I think I need to set the stage a little bit. We had 3 episodes in a row with a returning character. One of which was a Marvel vs. DC fight. Now we're having another Marvel vs. DC fight. I broke my glasses this morning. Like these are my old glasses that I'm carrying. Just in case of that. And we just had 2 new informations. One of which is the Champions Ballot that has been opened and everyone is submitting matchups and it's going absolutely wild. And probably one of my most wanted matchup ever is probably gonna happen right after this episode. It is very hard for me to care about Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer, okay? Just be nice with me on this one. Hello, you beautiful nerds of the world, Torok at your service, and welcome to another Death Battle reaction. Like I said, we're having Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer. It's a matchup. It's a thing that exists. Okay, I'm a bit unfair, because like Martian Manhunter and Silver Surfer, they are both characters that I've always been kind of curious to see what they can do in Death Battle, and to see them in Death Battle. Like, so, in a way it's, and it's cool, and it's a matchup I never imagined between each other. And, you know, it's a cool matchup. It's got a cool dynamic I never thought about. That probably has to do with the fact that I don't care about either character enough to look it up. Sorry, I'm trying really hard to find something to say about this matchup, because, like, I've said everything, I already said everything I have to say about both Marvel and DC. Like, how many times have I talked about the Marvel vs. DC fight since I began YouTube? And I'm not familiar with either character. I want to say, how do I know these characters? I don't. Only thing I'm gonna say though, Silver Surfer has the dopest tracks for no reason. Right? Why? Why? Who asked? Sorry, I think because of all the reasons I just listed at the beginning, I'm taking like the toll of the too much Marvel vs. DC matchups on Death Battle, which, it's not even that the problem with me. These are popular matchups, they're popular, they're some of the greatest franchise, their heroes are super iconic. We've had this conversation about Marvel vs. DC fights before, and I believe everything I said before. But my problem with DC vs. Marvel fight is, they're not doing the fun ones. Like, twice in a row, it's just, oh, it's the overwhelmingly OP Cosmic Herald stuff, and with the Omniverse and all the cosmology, and where the fuck is Catwoman versus Black Cat? You know, or Swamp Thing versus Man Thing? Where's my Sandman versus Clayface? Or Moon Knight versus Azrael. That's a cool one. You know, that's gonna be the question of the day. What is your most wanted DC versus Marvel fight? I'm sure you've got tons of ideas, but instead they do like Phoenix versus Raven, a matchup that I felt was like kind of dead and buried years ago, and now we're going into territories that I don't really care, but a little bit. I don't know. I'm not even... I almost, like, don't want to predict who wins. I don't really want to root for something. I learned my lesson... I think I learned my lesson from Phoenix vs. Raven. I'm going Martian Manhunter. Because the other has like, oh, it's the power cosmic. Woo! it's the superpower force, and the other is like only chill and holding back, you know. That's a matchup that's familiar, but honestly, I don't care enough to vote. So, this is not gonna be the most passionate reaction. I'm sorry. I think I'm spinning like way too hard. I'm getting very self-conscious about that. But you know, these are two characters I'm curious to learn about and curious to learn what they're about. So I'm just gonna sit back, not even shut up and enjoy. I'm just gonna enjoy a death battle for once. You know, not even predicting, or I'm only gonna predict if I feel very invested about the fight. But otherwise, just go. 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, I didn't know they were sponsored by Domino's Pizza. It's cool.
See Space Ranger.
The Silver Surfer,
Space Ranger?
Sentinel of the Spaceways.
Let's go.
The depths of space hold secrets beyond our comprehension, but these sage superheroes have seen more of it than any of us could ever hope to.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Sorry, I'm making sure this is recording. Let's go. Martian Manhunter, tell me.
As long as mankind has looked upon the night sky, the stars have beckoned the brave to search the unknown and explore its endless wonders.
Like Dr. Saul Erdell, who's kind of a doctor in the same way Dr. Pepper is a doctor. This guy's got no formal education, but that didn't stop him from messing around with some ancient tech he stumbled upon.
He was desperate to live out his boyhood dreams of exploring the cosmos. So with the tech's advanced capabilities, Erdell created a machine that would bring the cosmos to him.
He pointed the machine at Mars, pushed a button, and hoped for the best. And it worked. Erdell summoned a real-life Martian right before his very eyes. So remember, kids.
Can you imagine being Martian Manhunter right now?
The mysterious
You were just chilling one day on Mars, and then you get teleported by like
using his incredible powers in front of the doctor.
you get teleported in front of like a hair, like some kind of weird pink dude, and then it just dies.
Martians have complete control over their bodies and can transform into practically anything, like a freaking dragon,
Like you-
exact duplicate of Wonder Woman down to her central nervous
Imagine
system,
it-
or even a totally
Imagine he was
different
just with his
monster that
wife.
loves choco
Some shit like
cookies.
that.
They can also shoot lasers from their eyes.
I mean, his
fire
wife's
psionic
probably
blasts,
dead 'cause,
turn
you know,
invisible,
sad
and
origin and
phase
all
through
that.
anything. Even Green Lantern constructs and force fields that Superman couldn't get through.
On top of all that, they've got a crazy healing factor. John has regenerated back from a single limb, tiny pieces, or even a puddle of goo.
This display of
Still
awe-inspiring
physical
power
so far.
overwhelmed Dr. Erdell's poor human heart and caused him to die in the Martian's arms.
Damn! Well, at least he accomplished his goal before he bit the red dust, right? Anyway, John used his shape-shifting abilities to hide amongst his new world by assuming the identity of a recently deceased detective named John Jones. God, what a crazy coincidence!
Okay, can we
Comic book
agree?
Writer, you clever man.
We need to agree that this is
lived a double life on Earth for many years.
This is the
Solving
dumbest name in
cases,
history,
helping as
like,
many people
ever.
as he could from
John
the shadows.
Jones.
But eventually, he stepped out, revealing himself to the world and
Like
helped
choco
found
cookies
the
a lot.
Justice League of America.
And John
Okay.
definitely holds his own in the supergroup. He once pulled the Earth alongside Wonder Woman and Superman, who has stated that of all the beings in the known universe, he would be afraid to fight John.
And he should be afraid. Superman wouldn't be the first Kryptonian John has gone toe-to-toe with. He's
Huh.
manhandled Ultraman, who's basically evil Superman from another universe, and Superboy Prime, who can shatter reality
this
with his
guy.
punches, and is also evil Superman from another universe.
He took a blast from Asmodel, the king angel from a literal army of heaven. He's held his
Whoa.
own against Darkseid, the manifestation of tyranny in the DC
Okay.
universe. And he's fast enough to catch up to Supergirl and Superman, who we know flies so fast he can burst the bonds of infinity. So basically,
course.
he's just as strong and just as fast as a bunch of crazy gods and demons.
While Jean's strength and speed are obviously very impressive, it's also no secret that his greatest asset is his mind. He's one of the most powerful telepaths in all of the DC universe.
He reads minds, duh, but he can also shut them down altogether. And he once made Mr. Plexiglass, Mr. Mixed Pickles, your name, that's whatever. Anyways, he got him to subconsciously say his own name backwards, which God only knows because I can't say it forwards, which canceled out his powers.
His psychic defenses were strong enough to protect the Justice League against a
I'm sure that wasn't intended in the script.
And his ability to sense people's feelings is so strong.
Fuck this guy's
he can
name.
feel every sentient being in the entire galaxy.
And he once outthought Perpetua from the Omniverse. Who's that, you ask? Oh, just the freaking creator of the entire multiverse. She's basically the god of everything.
Jean needed to connect his consciousness with everyone on Earth before Perpetua could catch up. He pulled this off by using his mental abilities within the span of Planck time, literally the smallest possible measurement of time. In the time it takes you to count to 1, Jean could count to 1 and fly across the universe and back over 200 sextillion times.
He outthought God. He's a faster thinker than God. And it didn't end there. Jean took a punch from her and walked away with just a bloody nose. And when she disintegrated him into basically nothing, he regenerated back from a hit from God.
Batman has said that in order to kill Jean for good, you would have to literally destroy every single atom in his body, one by one.
God damn! If I didn't love alliteration so much, I'd say we change this guy's name to Martian God Hunter or something. He's basically invincible, right?
Not quite. Jean is not without weakness. He has a very real vulnerability to fire. At times, it has completely overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body.
And not just literal fire either. Jean was once tricked into just thinking he was surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him.
Even still, Jean has been able to overcome
did he wield fire
He's
into existence?
With fire abilities and even taken hits from fire attacks, which leads me to believe the weakness, while potent and still able to cause real physical harm, is mainly psychosomatic. What are you doing?
I heard what you said. Weakness to fire is just in your head. I'll be a living god! Another win in the mind column for sure. And to think there's a whole planet of these guys out there.
Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. Before Dr. Erdell's strange experiment, Jean's own brother used the Martians' telepathic connection to each other against them, and the entire planet was plagued with Ronmir's curse.
As long as they stayed telepathically connected, every Martian was vulnerable to a mental fire that would overwhelm them and burn them from the inside out.
Which sadly worked very well, because the fear of fire is something Jean shares with his fellow Martians. Centuries earlier, the Guardians of the Universe, a group of immortal aliens who run the Green Lantern Corps, feared that the Martian race could become too strong. So they the Martians with that genetic weakness to fire.
Jean was able to survive the fiery curse by cutting off his mental connection to his people, including his family. Unfortunately, his wife, Myria, and their daughter couldn't live with the isolation, and he had no choice but to watch them give in and burn alive. Damn.
Racked with grief and survivor's guilt, Jean was left to wander his homeworld all alone. His only solace being shape-shifting into his lost loved ones to convince himself they were still alive.
Oh my God! Jesus, John! That is so sad!
That pain has undoubtedly shaped who Jean is. In fact, the trauma he held onto so tightly formed a literal spiritual connection with those lost souls. A telepathic connection so strong, it kept them from finding peace in an afterlife. Let me say that again. His grief and telepathy were so strong, he prevented an entire race of people from moving on to the afterlife.
It wasn't until years
Jesus
later
Christ.
that John could return to Mars and release those souls by finally letting go. And not to forget them, but to embrace his new life and his new home. A place he would defend time and time again to make sure the Earth never suffers a fate similar to Mars.
To experience all of that, to truly know what it feels like to be alone in the vast universe, but continue to use your wisdom and power to help those in need, is what makes the Martian Manhunter such a noble hero.
On a planet packed with other incredible heroes, Jean really has set himself apart. He's risen through the ashes and emerged the heart and soul of the Justice League.
Okay, sorry, I don't pause that early. You know, I was expecting a bunch of shit in this episode. I was expecting, Omniversal stuff. It's gonna be so powerful. Or, Oh, he's gonna find new friend and stuff. He's gonna... His personality... I need a minute. Oh my god! Wow, I need to seriously think about this. Oh! Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay, we found worse than guts. Calling it now. Calling it now, this is worse than guts. Okay. Okay. What did you say? Omniversal, plank time. You need to make him believe that he's on fire. And even that doesn't really guarantee because he became kind of resistant to it. Okay, you need to make someone think that they're on fire. Okay, let's just jump to Silver Surfer. I need to think about something else.
Zen-La, a virtual utopia, free from any and all crime, poverty, and disease.
And home to Norin Rad, which I've gotta say is the sickest, most radical name I have ever heard in my entire life. He was a brainy kid who was raised to live a life of reason and intellect over one of gnarly adventure.
That is, until the technologically advanced society came under threat from the Devourer of Worlds, Galactus.
Most wanted character to be in death battle. God damn.
For sparing his planet, Mr. Red offered to leave his home behind, become Galactus's herald, and seek out new planets for him to scarf down.
And once Galactus agreed to the deal, he imbued his new herald with the power cosmic, transforming him into the Silver Surfer.
Yes!
Tubular name.
I'm sure he doesn't have any trauma at all.
The power cosmic grants the Surfer near
Messiah,
unlimited energy, as well as matter manipulation, phasing, super strength,
seen
speed,
the Wizard
and
of Oz
vulnerability,
1,000
just to name a
times.
few.
Okay,
The
that's
Surfer's basically
respectable.
got all of Galactus' space magic, just on a smaller scale. And Galactus uses that power to fight guys like the In-Betweener, an abstract being from the overspace.
The Surfer used the power cosmic to serve Galactus diligently for nearly 100 years, during which he ensured that the planets consumed were devoid of sentient life.
That is, until the Surfer accidentally offered up a planet with life,
Ow.
which drove him crazy with guilt. So Galactus tried
L.
his best to suppress the Surfer's emotions, erase the painful memories, and make it easier for him to find planets with tasty, delicious life, guilt-free.
Let's
How
go.
nice of him.
And it worked for a while until the Surfer reached Earth. Galactus's mighty mind manipulation wasn't enough to bury the Surfer's true nature for good. With the help of Alicia Masters and the Fantastic Four, the Surfer turned against his overlord and saved the Earth from being eaten.
Let's
But
go.
even after all that, Galactus just let the Surfer keep his powers. At any point, he could have just taken them back.
Being the source of the Surfer's powers, yes, he could. But Galactus has continued to let the Surfer have the power cosmic out of respect for his first herald.
Damn. See, that's the kind of respect I'm
That's a
asking
bro.
from you. Anyway, ever since those mental gymnastics with Galactus, the Surfer made sure nothing like that would ever happen again.
And he's been successful, like when Psycho Man failed to trick the Surfer with his illusions, or when he was briefly trapped in the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using the Mind Stone.
With some of those mental threats behind him, he could finally take to the spaceways, kick ass, and monologue about the meaning of life in the universe.
Let's
All of
go.
which he's quite good at, especially that last one. It's thanks to the abilities afforded to him through all that cosmic energy.
It's seriously crazy. He can rearrange the molecules of anything he wants into anything he wants.
It's not
He
the
can force
atoms.
you to just feel pain in general, and he can even control elements, not just earth, wind, and fire, but anything in a boogie wonderland like gravity and the weather.
He's got enough power and energy inside him that he once created an infant star to serve as a new light source in a universe devoid of light.
So just when he needed it, he was able to pop out a baby son? That's convenient.
That's the power.
It's very
cosmic.
convenient.
But we can't forget about the sick board he shreds the stars with.
Yeah.
This thing's basically an extension.
So he
of
can
himself.
spawn
He can
fire.
transform it into a sweet sword or into pure cosmic energy. And if it breaks, he can just form a new one.
On his board, the Surfer has traveled at incalculable speeds on multiple occasions. He can fly faster than Thor, and even once flew so fast he reached the future.
Even without his board, he once broke free from energy shackles that would zap away his power within the next nanosecond. Gnarly, brah. He once outsurfed a wave of universal destruction. He had to surf out of all of existence as it was being torn apart. Now, I've seen some choice waves in my day, but if you ask me, that's one too best for watching on the beach with a brew.
You're, hitting it real hard with all this surfing lingo. He's honestly not that kind of guy at all.
Righteously disagree with you, dude. You are carving up my brainwaves into an A-frame swell that I just can't fail. I'm waxed, man, waxed.
The Silver Surfer is a tragic.
Yes, let's go. We're using the game.
Through every angle of morality, like when he set out to destroy the new host of the Star Brand, an energy source that grants his wielders virtually infinite power, capable of wiping out all life on Earth.
The Star Brand seems to choose a new unknowing host at random. Could be a good guy, could be the most evil person to ever exist. But despite that threat, the Surfer spared the new Star Brand once he found out she was carrying a child.
He decided to bear the weight of any potential consequences on his own shoulders, instead of squashing any and all hope that the child would use that power for good.
I get it. He's a righteous dude on a surfboard.
Exactly. And in the Surfer's case, a keen sense of morality also comes with a keen sense of his surroundings in general. He can see enemies
course.
even when they're invisible, and can sense incoming threats, to the point where he can sense someone approaching even before they've left their own home.
He can also absorb energy his opponents throw at him. Anything from psionic energy to a freaking star. The Surfer can even do it when he's on death's door. Hey, Wiz, what do you think the doormat on death's door says? Probably like, knock 'em dead, right?
I don't. What are you talking? Now, it does take a lot to get the
Fuck
Surfer to
off.
Death's door. He's taken a blast from the Infinity Stones, survived being smashed into pieces, crashed into the Big Bang, and played catch with the star.
He
Of course.
caught it and then threw it right back at that punk Deadpool.
Ah.
Ha! I hope you like a big ball of gas in your face, you tool.
Reed Richards, the smartest man alive, has said that
You mean
the
it's a
Surfer
red
is
tool?
probably the most
Sorry.
powerful being in all the galaxy.
And even after years spent drifting through the galaxy, he's still built strong bonds, like with the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, and with people like Dawn Greenwood.
But somehow, he always ends up alone in space, searching for answers, searching for beings that need his help, searching for something that could replace the home that he lost all those years ago.
Only to be weighed down by the guilt of his servitude and the pain of his sacrifice, which was ultimately done in vain. Cause it doesn't seem to matter what the Surfer does. Zenla is destined for destruction.
Ah.
At this point, his home world has been destroyed 4 times over.
Despite it all, this tragic hero still manages to take everything in stride as he surfs the stars and fights tirelessly to preserve every being's right to live.
Surf's up, dude. Alright, prediction time. Shut up before you open. Do I predict this? Do I make a prediction? I feel like, I haven't paid enough attention with the Silver Surfer. Sorry, I was way too marked by the I was a bit too touched by the Martian Manhunter story. I was not expecting his story to be this fucked up. I was not expecting this guy to be this fucked up. Poor man. Holy crap. Anyway, I want to say Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter seemed to have taken too much bigger shits than the Silver Surfer, but that doesn't seem by a lot. I don't know the power scale on things. I guess the Surfer could, I mean, from nothing, create like tiny stars. He can just manipulate stars with his own mind. So it all depends on, can he it all depends on can he overwhelm the Martian Manhunter's life mind. Sorry, overwhelm the Martian Manhunter's mind, and or use like fire, sun, and a thing like that. Pew. He manipulates. Wait, who was the one who manipulates the elements again? No, I think it was Silver Surfer, so he can use fire and stuff like that. So maybe he has a way to find to exploit Martian Manhunter's weakness. He just needs to be strong enough to. He just needs to be powerful enough to put his plans into motion. They're both uncalculable, I think. Planck time level of reaction, faster than pre-crisis Superman, who can break infinity and whatever. The other traveled so fast he traveled in time into the future. So they both break any speed calculation you can ever imagine, so it's not a problem. I don't even want to figure out whose power output is greater. I didn't pay enough attention. I'm sorry. I think I didn't pay enough attention. I don't want to predict this. I shouldn't care enough to want to win. That seems too the whole sun taking over fire weakness. Seems a bit too obvious. The Martian Manhunter has taken supernovas to the face, apparently, from what I've heard, from what I've listened, from what I remember, or shit like that. So, I don't know. Silver Surfer's story and his rundown seems a bit underwhelming compared to Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter had a lot of yo. Look at this insane shit he's done. Wow, it's so insane. He's battled God. And wow, look at how badass. He's faster than God. and fucking Silver Surfer is yeah, he destroyed the planets. It doesn't wow. Or the galaxy, I don't know. It seems underwhelming, so. And I'm seeing ways that Silver Surfer can take advantage of the Manhunter's weaknesses. So I'm going against the wave. The wave. No, I don't want to say against the wave because I don't fucking know what the wave is. To be entirely honest, I want to veto this. Can I veto this? That's not fair. That doesn't seem fair to you. I know it's I know it's exciting when reactors do a cast of votes. Oh, I'm gonna predict this one, but I just want to watch the fight because it looks good. Do I do that? Do I do that? Do I just say fuck it? Do I just say fuck you? Fuck you all. I want to lean towards. I'm rooting for Martian Manhunter because that. You know what? Never mind. I'm going for Martian Manhunter. That guy deserves a win. For all the shit he's been through, that guy deserves a win. I think that's what I'm gonna go. That's my prediction. The man's had it too much. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, click.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've...
This mama is ready for trauma. Let's go for death battle! Oh boy. I've seen this anime. This style of animation is really good.
I have never seen anything.
It's really unique.
Like this.
I assumed your journeys would have made you rather familiar with places like this, Norenrad.
Or should I say, Piccolo?
Surfer.
Fuck!
Now,
I had it.
tell me why you have summoned me here.
Enough.
That's right. Leave. It's mind over matter. Fight!
What are you hiding?
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking money, shithead? Pew, 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 pew.
Tell
You
me
lost.
your secrets.
I must end this.
This is where the sneak peek ends. Pew. Let's go. It's the video game. Unfaithful to the game, he can actually turn. Okay, laser. Let's. Pew pew. Ah, there's a lot of them.
There is no use in hiding.
Stop with the references.
Presence.
Ooh, laser. You can. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, he's so well animated. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, dude. Ice. No, not the sun. Jesus Christ. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. All right, you can come out of it.
Nothing can best Martian might.
Your will is admirable, but will alone is not enough.
Let's go.
Feel the pain.
No. You can come out of this. Come on, my boy.
You and I possess the same knowledge.
That only one of us can survive, and we know not why.
I hope you can live with the uncertainty.
Victory comes with no certain satisfaction. I may never know why we were made to fight. If violence is ever truly justified, but perhaps there is something worthy in the battle.
Myria.
Something beyond my understanding.
The end. I should have gone with Silver Surfer.
Wiz, what the hell are we doing? Why are we forcing such beautiful souls to fight to the death?
Both the Silver Surfer and the Martian Manhunter were two extraordinarily powerful beings, each with very wide power sets.
So they both had counters for almost everything they
I
could
think
do
I
to
lost.
each other. They could both phase through objects, rearrange
Likely comparable to-
molecules, and regenerate their own
Good
bodies.
likely
But
resistance. Power
arguably the
cosmic
biggest thing on the Martian
many
Manhunter's
entities.
side was his formidable telepathy. The Surfer has had his memories erased and his emotions manipulated by Galactus. So it would stand to reason that Jean could pose a mental threat to the Surfer.
But
Not
the Surfer
necessarily.
has resisted mental attacks many times. When Psycho Man played on the Surfer's guilt and pretended to be his lost love, the Surfer saw right through it, and he escaped the supreme
Yeah, there you
intelligence of
go.
his mind when it was using the frickin' Mind Stone.
These two could have gone toe-to-toe around the universe for a long time. But when it came down to it, the question was, who had the power to put the other down for good?
They both have some serious healing factors and have come back from basically nothing. But if ending Martian Manhunter meant destroying his every atom one by one, the Surfer has the means to make that happen thanks to the seemingly endless well of energy that is the power cosmic.
It's truly an overwhelming source of
I mean, you said you could manipulate molecules.
Power away from him, the Surfer is never without it.
It's like a battery. Even if Jean could drain all of the cosmic energy, the Surfer can just recharge it. And he's used that power to destroy planets, defeat Galactus-level threats, and can basically accomplish accomplish anything with it.
While both of these philosophic heroes tend to hold back out of a respect for life, there's obviously no holding back here, and the depth of Silver Surfer's abilities gave him the win.
This Martian was harsh in his mellow, so the Surfer had to wave goodbye. Bodacious, Cowabunga, Hang Ten, Ninja Turtles.
The winner is the Silver Surfer.
Pause before we get to next time on Death Battle. What the fuck was this? Why is this an episode? Why are we here? What? You know, I look, man. I watched Death Battle to escape reality, not to reflect it. What the fuck is this? Okay. The 50s style in the intro was really, really, really beautiful. I'm still questioning why this was there, but you know, when you see the rest of the fight. But it's a good, it looked good, I guess. Very beautiful exchange at the end. I was honestly hoping that Martian Manhunter would find a solution, because the Silver Surfer took so much fucking time to end, you know, to cause the attack and stuff, to destroy Martian Manhunter. But I guess I get why they did it this way, because like they needed a real heartfelt moment between the two, and God, why am I watching this show? Why is Death Battle doing this? Oh, I was not expecting to be hit with depression today. Or at least more than the normal amount I have. Anyway. The animation felt beautiful though. Like the move, like really the fluidity of the movements, like nothing felt out of place. The references to Silver Surfer, the NES game, it was kind of hilarious. Not gonna lie, that they managed to pull like the little, first the above screen gameplay, and then the game over. That and the fucking dragon was, God, what was this animation? He looked so good as a dragon. God damn. And he slashes like a moon. And he damn. That was awesome. But damn, that was sad. Oh. Oh. Oh God, and oh, their analysis was also again like I'm taking this head on. I didn't know anything about either character. Martian Manhunter's analysis and his story is like, it's a punch in the heart, it's a punch in the guts, it's a punch in the balls. It's a punch in everywhere. I don't like being punched. Oof. You know, there's too much sadness. We need to move on. This episode was too heavy. This episode was we need something lighter, please. Next time on Death Battle.
Stay tuned.
We need something lighter. We need something more chaotic.
Join button to get new perks and extra content. Planet level members even see
Next
battles
time.
before anyone else.
Next time on Death Battle. Let's go! They are here! They are here, champions! We are here! Finally! Bill Cipher versus Discord! Ah! Mwah! Finally! Thank you! Thank you, Death Battle! This is one of my most wanted matchup of all time, and y'all voted for it. Again, Thank you, I love you. I hope you'll be voting for Lizardman vs. Reptile that I submitted on the Champions Poll, but Bill Cipher versus Discord. I have so much shit to say about this thing. My Little Pony is one of my favorite shows. Can't say the same about Gravity Falls because I never watched it. I'm sorry, but like, this is the last My Little Pony matchup that truly mattered in my eyes. God damn. God damn. I'm complete. I'm complete. I'm torn because I want to scream in this microphone right now of hype, you know? But I've just been like bitch slapped by the episode. I've just been bitch slapped by like Martian Manhunter. And this is the guy I draw as my funny avatar. I need to redraw this guy. This guy deserves a more. This guy deserves a more. I'm gonna take my tablet. This guy needs a fan art. This guy needs a real fan art. I'm gonna take my tablet right now. That was Thorak at your service. I'm gonna try and draw something. Maybe I'll draw Bill Cipher versus Discord one day. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just wanted. If you enjoyed this reaction, yeah, fine, whatever. Life is pain anyway. That's cool. If you don't like it, well, if you thought this video was bad, well, so is life. So, glad. No, thank you so much for watching. That means a lot to me. If you like this video, like it, share it to your families, your friends, your foes. If you want to see more reactions like these, you can subscribe the button. We are 800. Could be cool if we could be 1,000 before the season end. That would be very appreciated. And that's about it. I need to draw. I need to draw right now, or else I'm gonna cry. See you. Goodbye.